This is to enable developers to create their own physics games on Optimism with the help of MUD, OXPark, and Lattice. We wish to share about the different objects and how they behave when they are under acceleration due to gravity and when there is a force of gravity that acts. The purpose of this engine is to enable developers and students to learn the different concepts of kinematics, rotational dynamics, angular motion, circular motion, and to enable them to create their own physics world and virtual world autonomous games. So here let me share how do we construct different objects of different sizes. We bring them in a particular phase where there is no gravity, and also in a phase where there is gravity, as you can see from the Apple icon. We also have enabled a variety of different toolkits and different objects of sizes which we can construct in real time. This enables students to think intuitively and to construct objectively and to also learn by doing the different concepts of acceleration due to gravity, Newton's 3 laws of motion, and to have all of this enabled in a W3 manner on chain on Optimism. So let me share the way we basically construct and the way we enable developers to use these different metaphors, these different user interface guidelines, and these different objects to play and to also create their own respective games using the different physics concepts. So here you can see when I have enabled acceleration due to gravity, the way the different objects lie at a particular sphere. Now let me move them to the different size of the screen. So here we have moved them towards the right. Now we can move them on the top also. Let me click on that. So we have moved them sideways. Now let me click again. We can move them over the top right corner. Then we can move them on the top. As you can see on this icon. We can also move them towards the left side of the screen. We can also move them towards the very left, from the top left to the very left. Then we can move them to bottom left of the screen, and we can then finally move them towards the bottom. Similarly, we can also have all these different objects move in a manner where they have a particular constitution where all of them they play without the gravity, as you can see over here. And also when they have all these different object movement mechanics interact with gravity, that is using the constant of g, small g, which is 9.8 in the respective units. I also wish to share that we have been able to create this toolkit with the help of a Python library, PoxDoody, and this is also a particular real-time library where we have extended this entire concept of constructionist learning, and we have basically been able to make all these snapshots available in a manner where all these objects interact, and we can save them on chain on Optimism using the journaling activity. So here you have the journaling system. When you click on stop, so all of these objects they play in real time and we can interact with them. We further plan to have all these objects integrate in Ethereum using OXPark and use Lattice for having a particular governance system so that we can have all these objects interact productively. We are also using the MUD framework to enable on-chain activity, which acts as a which acts as an application framework. Thank you. We are still in an early stage, and we would love developers to try out our library and to give feedback to us. Thanks at Global Community.